recently sat with Andrew Bermudez, Bucky Beeman, and Natalie Wainwright. We discussed my background as an independent brokerage and why I made the switch to eXp Commercial. Let's take a deeper dive.
We have an awesome guest. We got Rudy Caamano, who I have a great affinity to simply because he's Hispanic like I am. And he's in commercial real estate, and he's got some really interesting thoughts of what he sees are kind of things that are lacking in the commercial real estate business from the broker standpoint, from the agent standpoint, where technology plays a role. And recently he's actually got himself a deal with eXp Commercial. So I thought he would sort of like tell us a little bit about himself and school us as to what he sees in the brokerage business. And then I'd love for us to share kind of what we see. You know, we're always in it. We're seeing different models, not only like technology stuff, which is just part of it, but just like how the business models work and kind of like what the expectations of agents and brokers are. So Rudy, welcome aboard.
Yeah, thanks for having me. I'm looking forward to the conversation.
So Rudy, tell us about you, who you are in your business.
All right, well, yeah, I'll kind of give you a quick background. So I personally primarily was on the investment side for the first 20 years of my career. I started a couple of funds locally here in Orange County that focused on redeveloping commercial real estate. And ironically enough, during that process, as I began to become more attracted into marketing and technology and real estate, I started to become frustrated that some of the big firms and some of the companies I had the ability to work with or was forced to work with to market our assets weren't really utilizing the type of strategies that I wanted them to. So kind of by default, I invested into acquiring a brokerage, which at the time was a very small boutique, kind of few agent operation. And since then, we've completed the round trip on our investment portfolio, and I've made the brokerage business my focus and kind of my business project. So I currently own Windwater Real Estate here in Newport Beach, Irvine, California, and we have always presented ourselves as being technology focused, kind of ahead of the game on from different marketing techniques and the way that we approach not only winning business but marketing assets once we do have the assignment. And we've invested a lot of resources and time and energy into lead generation and just looking at the commercial real estate industry from a different lens. It's one of those things where I know that as commercial professionals, we like to think that our industry or our side of the business is a little bit more sophisticated than the residential side. But the reality is that the residential marketing game is 20 years ahead of where we are. And I'm just focused on trying to close that gap a little